My name is Don Grimble. I'm the Managing Director of the Trans Canada Yellowhead Highway Association. I'd like to talk to you today about a need for Canada to have a national highway policy. Why, do you ask, does Canada need a national highway policy? Canada is one of the only G7 nations which does not have a national highway policy. Other jurisdictions have understood quite clearly that a national highway policy has two major benefits to the country. The first is economic development. In terms of Canada, in 1999, which was the last time a definitive effort was made to mount a strategy, the economic benefits for Canada were in the order of $1.1 billion. Secondly, safety. We know that basically high quality roadways, especially twinned and separated highways, are very important with respect to the safety of our traveling public. In 1999, again, it was estimated that 160 lives would be saved and 2,300 injuries saved as well. So what is a national highway policy? It's four things. Number one, it's a vision. The current practice in Canada is, because highways are a provincial responsibility, that decisions are made on an ad hoc basis between the Government of Canada and individual provinces. However, this does not create a situation where the national interest is being served. It basically is the sum of provincial interests. What we need is a policy which basically has the vision of a highway coast to coast to coast of a high standard that really links all of the major population and economic centers across this country. Secondly, it needs a plan. We need to look at a design of this roadway which meets the highest standards and not the lowest standards. The current mechanism for evaluating highways in Canada is the National Highway System, which is a list of 35,000 kilometers of roadways, which the provinces and the Government of Canada have agreed to cost share if the provinces wish to implement a project on these highways. This does not create a plan. There is no priorities established, nor is there any recognition that a higher design standard is needed than the minimum of a two-lane roadway with 90-kilometer a speed limit design standard. Three, we need a funding mechanism. A policy without funding is a piece of paper. What we need is a commitment on behalf of the Government of Canada, and to a certain extent the provinces of Canada, on a mechanism for providing long-term funding to such a program. Such funding needs to be independent of general revenue demands. It is very easy, basically, to postpone actions on highways to other immediate problems if the general revenue is the source of funding. We need, as much as possible, such funding should be a user pay basis such that the people of Canada can correlate investment of highways to what they're paying in terms of user fees. Fourth, we need a mechanism for implementation. At the present time, we do not have an overreaching responsibility within the Government of Canada to work with the provinces on a continuous basis with respect to implementing highway development. It is very important that we have such a body such that, again, day-to-day decisions can be made and long-term stability established for basically the ongoing planning ongoing construction and ongoing development of these roadways. This does not take away the provincial role in determining how these highways are going to be built, but what it does do is it emphasizes that there's a national interest in having a high quality standard roadway. How are we going to achieve this objective? The Trans Canada Yellowhead Highway Association has been working on this for many years, since its inception in 1947. There have been successes along the way. In 1949, the Government of Canada did pass a Trans Canada Highway Act. Unfortunately, once that highway had been completed, the terms and conditions of that particular initiative died. In 1999, the provinces and the federal government were involved in some intensive negotiations about establishing a national highway policy. The provinces came to an understanding themselves, but the Government of Canada did not. Therefore, if we are going to be successful, we need to mount a campaign which approaches the Government of Canada to encourage them to invest in a national highway policy according to the principles that I have just spoken to. We encourage you to support us as members of the association, and we will do what we can to bring this to attention of our leaders, and as well to find support amongst other non-governmental organizations across Canada. Thank you very much.